Mark's finally out putting out some traps today. Running a little behind. Should already had some traps out about a month or so ago. And might come back out here and put one out more. We're up here on Mark's place. Well, right out from his property here. It's I reckon there's quite a few people's got rights to hunt it out through here, but anyhow, we're putting out some traps. We just put out 2 so far. Mark, back during deer season, right back down the low gap right here, he had, what was it, Mark? You said you seen 3 bobcats?
Yeah, at least 2, maybe 3.
They done a bunch of timbering in here over the last couple of years, and man, it's just a big old a long running point right here. There's a bunch of brush off down in the holler, and that's kind of place in bobcat. Matter of fact, there's a big old pile of coyote crap right in the middle of the road. But all this brush and stuff is kind of place these bobcats like to lay in, real brushy and stuff. And where we set that first trap at, I got high hopes for that one right there for a bobcat set. The second we put out was down in a big deep low gap where there's a 4-wheeler road comes up out of the holler, meets the one running right along the point right there, so it's kind of a 3-way deal. Don't look like anybody's been in here since deer season, so we're going to go on out here setting some traps, and hopefully we'll be able to bring y'all some good video here in the next week or 2. Y'all stick with us. Now we're getting ready to set another one out right here. I got this new 6 Duke number 2s this year. They're pretty solid. A lot of people say probably wondering why they're still brand new like that for a cold coyote smell. Well, you still set if you're setting it in the ground, I found it don't really matter. I've set brand new traps and caught coyotes in them. As long as you've got them waxed good, you know, that's the most important thing. And I mean, you can see the wax is getting on it real good. Whenever I first started trapping, I was told you should stick it in the water and then pull it back out real quick. I never did register with me. And I'd done it for the first couple of years. I noticed as soon as I go to set a trap, all the wax just fall right off of. But you shouldn't. You should temper your steel with the wax. Put it down in the water down below the wax is what I do. I put it about 3/4 of the way full in my pan. I just got a little 1 burner that I set my pot on, and I'll share that with you sometime how I wax my trap. Set that down in the water below the wax, and just 2 minutes, you know, just long enough to get your steel good and hot, and then just pull it right back up through that wax right there. Then just hang up and let it just gradually cool, and the wax will just stay tempered to the steel, and there you go. And if you're not setting on top of the ground, or you're not setting it, as long as you're burying it, it don't really matter in my opinion. Set this trap over before I get into it. Rocks are out of your bed. Trap. Pretty good. This is something I started. I decided I was going to try this year. And you're probably wondering why I'm doing this right in the bed right here. Mainly because I want a hole to put my chain down in right there. Get a little bit of polyfill out of here, which is just pillow stuffing is all it is. I've had a few people ask me why I do that. And what it's for is so when you put in your bed, if it rains or something, it doesn't let mud get down underneath your pan right there and freeze everything up. Wolf fang anchors are about the best thing on. Stuff it down in there. Put a little dirt on there to hold it. I've seen a few other guys do this. I thought it was a pretty good idea myself. Just take some peat moss, put around down there on the ground to make you a dry place. You really want to that trap seated good in there. And set your pan and set your jaw right there. Bunch of little roots and stuff in here sticking out everywhere. kind of blend it right back around there. So you ain't leaving no indentation. Always remember where that pan's at. Trust me, I got my fingers caught in that thing one time and whew, it is something you definitely don't forget. See, that kind of helps right there with the looks of everything. Get that bait hole down in there real good and deep like that. Some people didn't even make it look like a critter's already been scratching right there. And outrun the trap line. They got the boys here with us. They're going to get their first taste of an old possum in the trap. That's all we've caught so far. We've been, I don't know, I think it's about the 4th or 5th day. We had first night, there was a coyote stepped right next to the pan over here in the holler on one. And ain't been nothing else. We got some video on the trail camera right here of a coyote. He came right in behind it, right here around these trees, but he wouldn't, I assumed he smelled it, but he didn't come over here to check it out. Anyhow, we're going to get this old possum out of here and we'll move on down the trail somewhere and go check these other traps. Well, me and Mark's up here running the traps today. As you see, we got a pretty little bobcat right here. We've been bringing the boys with us, but they're in school, and me and Mark's been trying to wait and bring the boys with us, being engaged, and we just, because it's snowing today and it's real cold, we thought we'd hurry up and go and run the traps. We was going to set a few more out here. This is one trap that we put, it's running right along a real good deer trail running out this point where they done a bunch of timber and that, but this is really one we didn't have a whole lot of confidence in. It's been at 6 days. This one right here came up here today. There'd been a deer up here that stepped around in it, but yeah, you mad, ain't you? Yeah, you'll get over here in a little bit. But came up here today. Got a pretty little bobcat in here. He's pretty. This is the first one Mark's ever been on right here, and he's crapping his lefty scent around here, so it'll be a good spot again. We'll get everything reset, and we're gonna head on down the trap line and we're gonna set another one in between two of them up here right along this road. We got video we looked at yesterday. Got two different coyotes running right along the road right there. Came right up to the back of the sets, and I don't know what spooked them off of them, but they jumped and they took off running from them. We've been trying to keep the scent down. We got our rubber gloves, and yeah, you mad, ain't you? I'm telling you what, it's a lot of fun right here, buddy. I mean, it's right after deer season. There's a few deer and stuff killed up here. The coyotes are in here. Like I said, we've got video of them on trail cameras already, so y'all stick with us. We're going to get this one reset, and we'll see you down the line somewhere.